Hello guys, welcome back. Quick little stream reset right there. Just make sure everything is a-okay. And we are going to be getting into our next match in just a bit. This time, it will be Crested versus Solomon, our second diamond matchup of this set. And so far, it has been Vietnam with the lead, 2-1 right now, a scoreline. After that PvP right there, allowing Leo Rusher to at least get one back for his country. But besides all of that, it has been pretty interesting to see, well, the semifinals unfold this way. So, of course, guys, we are at a little bit of the delay, so just give us a second to get everything back and ready to go. But it really just goes to show that into the set, it has been pretty competitive so far. In any case, though, we are going to be getting into our next sets. It's Singapore versus Vietnam yet again. We have Crested versus Solomon. Who will take the W? We'll find out very soon. So here we go, guys. Welcome back. We are back into the game, into the match, into StarCraft 2, and into Singapore versus Vietnam. Introducing first here on the bottom right of Deathaura LE, it is our Red Protoss, Crested. This man hailing all the way from SG, looking to tie things up. And we have seen some great Protoss play so far from the Singaporean team, that's for sure. And Crested might just be one of them. But his opponents here on the top left this time, we will have our Vietnamese side. He's in-game named Paho Lainen. Lainen, I don't even know how to say that. Paho Lainen. But we'll call him Solomon. Terran versus Protoss matchup coming our way, and here we go. We are at it again. Rax gonna be going online here for Solomon. In the meantime, Crested looking to just get some vision here and there, and the pylon as well as the gateway gonna be getting in the way in the first place. All about the jump parts though. The Raper will be able to leap on forward here onto the high ground very soon, unless Crested is able to block it off with a building. So that's what he's trying to do. Cybercore gonna be there as well. And it seems like we are going to be having a standard PVT so far. But yes, guys, this is the Southeast Asian League. This is a broadcast hailing from the Philippines. And we are going to be getting Philippines versus Malaysia later on. But for now, it's SG versus Vietnam to see who is going to be going on over to make it to the grand finals itself. It's been a pretty interesting time, though. Really, these players going at it, trying to get the duel on. And what happened there? Seems like a small little disconnect. Oh no, our own observer, our own man of the hour, getting disconnected for a little bit. So hopefully we can be good to go ASAP. But this has been pretty fun time so far. Crested versus Solomon though. This matchup there, that is just what PHNet is all about, ladies and gentlemen. But in any case, Stalkers are gonna get Piranha boosted out. We are going to be getting the Warp Gate Research as well here for Crested. But on the other side, Solomon looking to play it on a more defensive angle instead. Okay, set up that bunker. It's Terran giving chase though to these probes, and Crested going to be losing out on to the scouts there. On the other side, Factory going to be going online. Refinery going to be into play as well, and the Nexus is ready to go here. So 2 base versus 2 base right now between our two players. What's going to be the plan of action, though? It seems more probes have gone down already. The Reaper getting a single probe kill out of nowhere, so it's pretty good there already from the side of Solomon. He's trying to bring in some wisdom. He's trying to bring in the hurts. And in a setup like this for Crested, he's going to be going over to the Rogue Facility as well as the Twilight Council here. So this might be the Blink Stalker into Immortal Sentry composition here against the Terran. I wouldn't be surprised though if he does go all the way to a Robo Bay already, just in case. Because we have seen a few players here and there get ready to go with some Colossi in the first place. But on the other side, it's a Dark Shrine instead from the Singapore side. So really interesting to see a DT Shrine here from Mr. Crested. With the Warp Prism getting Chrono boosted on out, it seems like it's going to be a drop waiting to happen. The thing about playing DT against Terran though is they do have those orbital commands, and if it does get scouted, they will be saving that energy for a quick little scan or two. But for Solomon right now, he just wants to add things up on the economy. He is going for a pretty standard bio build so far. 3 racks with the 111 expand. And the question here is, will the Reaper see this one coming? Yes, he does. Hellion gonna get fought out as well. And immediately, we do see Solomon getting that Raven online. So Crested, he's running outside to make this Dark Shrine work. I gotta say, with the scout there, that's already absolutely huge. But on the other side, it really feels like our Terran player doesn't have too much of an army so far. So this time, he's getting his defenses up and running. The bunker gonna get filled up by the Marines here, there, and everywhere. And in a set like this, it seems like the Tech Lab is going to be onto the factory and the starport so far. So he's getting those one-off units. He's trying to get the Raven. He's trying to get the Siege Tank for the defense. And later on, he's going to be going for that Combat Shield and the Stimp Pack as well. But Solomon ready with the Engineering Bay. Interesting enough, he's only getting the Missile Turret right now, so these DTs can actually infiltrate. But that's what the Raven is all about. Detection going to be absolutely instrumental, but still going to be a natural strike here. 7 SCVs have gone down. This DT is playing for himself and more. And he will fall in the end. But here we go again with the economical strike. Crested, really bringing in the hurts. But eventually, now this is going to be the side of Solomon holding the line. So here we go, we are at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Eventually, the Terran able to survive, but the damage has been done. Crested using this opportunity to add into the Gateway Collection. And it seems like it's going to be Charge Lots and maybe Archons with this composition. Immortal going to be into the fray as well. And what is the plan here for the SG side? He's still sticking on 2 base as of the moment. And he just wants to add things up for a little bit more. But in the meantime, this is going to be the bunker right now. And he's staying on to the low ground there. And Solomon just trying to get his build ready to go. So Tech Labs have been swapped on over. We're double pumping out those upgrades. And we are getting +1. Marauder's going to get added onto the mix. For Crested, will he have enough to deal with the upcoming ball here from Mr. Solomon? Still though, all these gateways right now, it really seems like Crested is gearing up for an attack. And the question is, in how effective will it actually be? Let's see here though. We are gonna be at it again. Paying on attention. Archon gonna be there. And SCVs gonna be looking to set on up in the first place. But on the other side, we will have the Medivac looking to float on away. And oh, Crested deciding, hey, it's time to go into a tree-based setup. But this is only our 4th game here in Singapore versus Vietnam in the Southeast Asian League. Seems like we are going at it even more so. There's so many good things going on this weekend. We also have the ESL ANZ champs. And it really feels like we're looking to have a really good time into the weekend for StarCraft 2 yet again. But for now, Solomon onto the outskirts. Gonna be bringing in this army yet again. He wants to go for the push. He wants to go for the attack. And the plan of action has to be here for Solomon to get a good surround with Step Back online and do all he can and more. Seems like that when you do go for the Buy-a-Bull, then you go for the Raven and you just drop these auto turrets when need be. Anti-armor also going to be very helpful, of course, when you add in the DPS there from those Marines. But it seems like cleanup is going to be in order here for Crested. He wants to mop the floor out of the opponent, but in the meantime, it's going to be drops into the middle line instead. These Widow Mines are ready in position and get some huge strikes onto the main base. 12 of them going on down there. And I gotta say, for the side of Solomon, distracting with the turrets, making sure that this is gonna matter on the side of Deathaura. So a really good shot there from Mr. Solomon and Crested. Trying to defend with those stalkers. He does have Blink online, but it wasn't enough to give chase. And this will buy some time here for our Terran to keep at it in the lead. He's on 2 base still though, and I'm really expecting him to expand very soon after that strike. Interesting enough, SCVs, what are we doing here? SCVs, why are we going here? What is the plan? So he's gonna be trying to bring all these SCVs onto the outskirts already. It seems like it's a coffee break in order. And oh, Solomon will be expanding eventually. for his third base. But besides all of that, he's gonna get +1, and Crested is on the prowl. This is the worst freaking time here for Solomon right now, because he might get caught unaware by the Zealots already getting in position. Our Protoss is waiting for something to happen. Here we go though with the interception. Crested seeing this one Marauder there, and it seems like a backstab is in order, because it's time now for our Protoss to try and play the defenses instead. Congregation though in full force. It seems like Crested wants to get his Bio-Ball ready to go before dealing with the counter Bio-Ball of the side of Solomon. But these middle mines are going to get hit. Some really good hits. And speaking of that one, here we go at it again. 12 ropes have gone down. Some huge strikes there from the Widow Mines against the Zealots. But still not going to be enough. This is still going to be Solomon sticking on the east side and looking to hold the line here. Archon's going to be going on down there. Stalker's going to be in behind. And the Zealots already intercepting from the other side. Good round so far from the Protoss. Crested forcing his Terran opponent back on out. And the Medevac's going to be going on down with a full load. This is really good there for Crested. And even though Solomon, he decided to try and get something done with the attack. Some really good Widow Mine placement from him, but it's still not enough to the overwhelming odds courtesy of Crested. These Chargers have done all they can and more. They're really paying for themselves. And now they're pesky yet again onto the natural. 10 SCVs have gone down. Here we go with the attack onto the third base as well. Chargers going on into the fray. One more go. And with a dozen, and a baker's dozen falling on over, these SCVs are just unable to get hazard pay in the first place. Crested is not living up whatsoever. He's almost double the army count right now, and he is just keeping it on. SCVs already pulled to try and tank things up. The Zealots are forced to go for the brawl against the workers instead. And here we go with the force fields though to try and mitigate the assault. A little bit of funnel play though, and Crested right now trying to make it through yet again. This is going to be the Sentry Brigade trying to force everything onto the ramp. And 38 SCVs, 41 SCVs, everything is dying here for the side of Solomon. Crested though, losing out to the army, gonna be retreating, but you can say the damage has been absolutely astronomical, and Crested is able to keep at it from here. This fight is just exactly what the Protoss wants. He is going for these Zealots here, there, everywhere, again and again and again. And the fact of the matter is, for Solomon, he is just unable to get the critical mass of units so far. He has the 1-1, 1-1-1. He even has that concussive shell ready to go. And this is going to be Crested, though, still holding there. So overall, a really good assault from our Protoss player. But oh my god, this Widow Mine has gotten 14 kills and has done so much already for the side of Solomon. One thing I gotta take note about him is Solomon has been really good at setting up these Widow Mines. They've been absolutely astronomical and making a big difference, and this has been really his saving grace. But Crested, overall, he is just keeping at it even more so. These Marines right now are going to be dropping on down, going to be going on over for the chase, then back to the concussive shot, getting all of those chases, and that is what the slow is all about. Quick little transition though, this is the Dark Templar onto the west side, and at least it seems like stealth is key to get a few picks here and there. Now my one worry though for Crested is he hasn't really swapped out to a different tier of tech as of yet. Now, something to take note is he's staying on Dark Templar Shrine, and he's not going for the Templar Arc card, so he's spending a lot actually for these Archons. 250 on both minerals and gas to make sure that he will get those bulky units, and it really feels like it is an expensive affair. 250. Is it 250? It's 300, 250 I think for all of that. I'm not too sure myself, because I don't usually get DTs to warp in itself, but it really feels like you're using those minerals there a lot for DTs rather than, you know, just deciding to go for the Templar Archives, which is kind of a head scratcher there because you want to invest your gas in that department. But in case it is what it is, and we will continue on to the set. I think it is 150, 125, if I am not mistaken. 300 and then 250 overall for the Dark Templar, and then there we go again. So Heights Up though gonna be into play this time. Finally, we are gonna see that Templar Archives ready to go. So Crested, here I please, and we'll be going for that Charge Lot Archon composition instead. Overall though, it really feels like that here for Solomon, that even though he took so much worker damage there, Crested still cannot keep up this lead per se, because one, he's only on 2 base, and two, the Widowmine has just been unstoppable so far. I'd love to see him at least drop down a shield, a Bolo cannon to try and defend the first place. But in essence, Crescent's gonna be moving on out, and it seems like for Solomon, he has already rebuilt everything he needed and more. Here we go though with another Warwick Cycle. High Templar right now gonna be next on the list for a number of Archons yet again. And finally, Crested gonna be getting this third phase up and running, but at the same time, he's going on the attack right now, so he isn't gonna have too much minerals to reinforce his lines. These Archons, though, back into play, back into the game, and these are gonna be the blue balls of energy, trying to get the DPS on yet again. But this is still gonna be the Marines right now holding the line, and Crested gonna be losing out the blue balls yet again. Energy overwhelming, but the power from the guns are gonna get there, and Solomon with an amazing victory out of nowhere. 2 words, Widow Minds. MVP right there. Crested letting up the gas pedal, making me make mistakes on doing the math again. But it really just goes to show when you get such a big strike like that, and you're not really going for a different kind of tech to finish off the job, or at least keep on the pressure, then it really feels like that was just the issue there. Could have really used those resources a little better, eventually getting the Templar Archives for the high temp Archons. But by that point in time, just it really felt like when you leave a Terran behind like that, and they have Orville Man still ready to go, those mules making a big difference. The upgrades were there, and that was victory for our Vietnam side again. 3-1 our scoreline. And it really goes to show Vietnam, one of the best in the SEA scene. So there you go, guys. A victory yet again for Team Vietnam. They are 1 away from moving on to the grand finals. But of course, we will be going over every single match. As we said, we want to make sure that every single player gets their spotlight, gets that representation. And here we go again. Let's check out that player list. We've seen 3 go down on the side of Singapore. And here for Vietnam, only 1. DXO, Crested, Kingstar all falling, and then Ashen 1, the only one losing out there for the Vietnam side. But it really has been a Vietnam kind of day. Can we keep it on to the red side? Can we get those dubs even more? We'll find out in just a bit. We'll be getting into our next game, and we will be right back. Stay tuned, stick around. This is the Southeast Asia League.